Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2014 Phenom Hoops National High School Showcase here at Forsyth Country Day School in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Just underway, Bull City Prep in the white and red versus New Hope Christian in the orange jerseys. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, and joining me on the broadcast is my good friend James Blackburn. James, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me, Marcus. It's a good day to be a basketball fan.
Yeah, we got a lot of action coming to us here. We get to be front row and center for the next 2 days. Big time teams coming in here, and right away inside, big block and a foul into the basket. That's going to send number 50 of New Hope to the line. Bolo Gnor.
Yeah, I was able to watch Bolo a couple weeks ago, Marcus, at the it was a prep tournament in Greensboro, and he had a couple of huge dunks there. He's not as athletic as you would think, but he moves well, and he's definitely a big body that Isaiah Maurice is going to have to contain inside this game.
Second shot from Bolo is good, and Bolo is 6'11" and a senior for New Hope Christian. So a lot of colleges looking for those big men to fill out their 2015 class should definitely be looking at him. 6'11", and you know he's a legitimate big man.
Yeah, probably weighs about 240. He's got great frame.
Bull City looking to drive inside, and that's going to be a walk.
Got a good referee crew on hand again today. Both of these teams, Marcus, I think are going to look to push the ball in transition.
Yeah. Once again, we're here live at the 2014 Phenom Hoops National High School Showcase. Coming to you from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. All games played at Forsyth Country Day School we're really just outside of Winston-Salem in Louisville, North Carolina. Shot rims out, no good. Rebound by Bolo. Now New Hope looking to score in transition. Kick outside to B.J. Pittman. There's a block called on. Is that Ricardo Bullock?
Yeah, and B.J. Pittman, folks, you guys watching at home, he's a player I've been able to watch a lot the last few years. Very shifty player, probably Division I guard. He's a senior. He's listed at 5'11", but he's got long arms. He's athletic, super quick in the open court as he makes the pass there for the three.
Morrow with the miss. Jermaine Morrow, number 5 on New Hope. And now we're going the other way. Bull City pushing the ball up. Deep outside shot. That's short, rebounded by Bolo. Little touch pass by Jermaine Morrow. And he gets it up to Jaquan McCauley, 6'5" Jaquan McCauley out of the class of 2015. We've liked Jaquan for a few years.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
4-0 early. And there's Bullock driving. I'm sorry, I think I referred to the wrong player there. Isaiah Maurice.
Well, Maurice just made an excellent pass out of the double team to Tashim McCaskey. And, he's got to be ready to shoot that, Marcus. I mean, open three. New Hope didn't look to rotate at all on that, so Bull City's got to look to put that up. But we've got an early timeout here, very early, less than 3 minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah, so today's event is brought to you in part by a joint partnership between Netcast Sports and the SUV vehicle. I hope that everyone out watching will check out the SUV vehicle for other broadcasts in the region, as well as Netcast Sports. And partial sponsors of today's event are Foothills Brewery, located in Winston-Salem, and Crossover. And that's Crossover with a K. And any high school coach in the country will know what Crossover is. It's one of the best tools out there for editing and viewing your games and even your practice footage. And if you're not using Crossover, you're probably losing. So we're about to get back underway. Bullock looking to inbound.
See the defensive intensity picks up a little bit here for New Hope. Both these teams, this is some of the first stats of the year as we're early this season. Looks like count the basket there. Strong take for Tashim McCaskey.
McCaskey, a 6-foot guard, class of 2015, is going to the line.
And he looks taller than 6 feet from here. I mean, if number 2 in orange is 5'11", then McCaskey might be about 6'4".
So we have an old roster.
He looks really long, lanky,
Big rebound there for Jaquan McCullough. Jermaine Morrow tried to split the double team and draws a foul. And New Hope with a 2-point lead.
That's good action there at the top. I mean, you love to see the big fella get out there, set a hard screen.
Yeah, and you know, seeing the guard recognize that and use it is the second part of that. You know, we always get on big men about not using the pick and roll correctly, but you know, you see a lot of guards not use those big man picks as well as they should either.
Yeah, you got to wait on it. And you know, New Hope's getting a lot of points inside here early.
Another rebound for Balo Ganor.
Give him the ball.
Inside the ball, he can't handle the inside pass. It was a nice looking pass there from Jermaine Morrow, but
it was a little too quick for the big man, but they got to give him the ball, keep establishing him inside.
Nice first step, kicks it outside to Bullock.
It's a good looking stroke there from the.
I'm sorry, I'm referring to the wrong guy.
It's well, it doesn't look like he's on the roster there, Marcus. I'm looking at that right. Yeah. Number 3 in white, I'm not sure. We'll try to get that straightened out for the viewers at home. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, as we go on in this tournament, Marcus, how the referees call this. They go to a lot of college games already, and, you know, there's emphasis again on hand checking on the perimeter, and you've got, of course, the block charge call that's always big, but just to see how physical they'll let them play this tournament, especially with the games back to back to back as we have them. You don't want to get delayed too much.
So Tashim McCaskey, number 33, back to the line. And you know, we were talking earlier about the rosters, and I don't know if our rosters are correct. Tashim does not look to be
6 feet tall.
6 feet tall, so either the roster's incorrect
or we've totally lost our eye for height.
That's right.
Because he looks closer to 6'5" from here. And he's gone to the line several times. I mean, he looks to be aggressive here early. He's knocked down a couple of mid-range jump shots, and he's got a nice stroke. As Bull City sets up in a 1-3-1 full court press here, trying to turn up the tempo. You could tell that New Hope would rather play half court, establish the big fella down low. Bull City would rather get out and run.
Bolo battling inside there, gets his own miss, puts it back up, no good, but New Hope able to clean it up and keep that 2-point advantage. Here, 4:13 left to go in the first.
Jermaine Morrow picking up full court, forces the turnover. Jermaine's the same guard that used that pick and roll effectively at the other end, so I like what he's doing here early on. A couple of college coaches just popped in the crowd.
Dribbled off his foot there, B.J. Pittman.
At 1-3-1, being effective there.
I imagine before this is all said and done, we will see a lot of college coaches in here today.
Oh yeah, and Tashim McCaskey hits a 3 right there. I mean, he's a kid I haven't seen before, Marcus, but he looks to be a legit Division I prospect.
What we'll have to do here at the break is see if we can't make sure our rosters are correct for Bull City.
I think whoever number 33 is, I believe he has all of Bull City's points.
Well, Bull City's pulled into the lead now.
Off that 3.
Yeah, 1.9 to 8 with 30:33 on the clock.
Bull City, I like what they're doing. They look to be in an aggressive 2-3 zone here.
Nice poise there shown by Pittman at the top.
Good ball movement.
Yeah, really getting it over there now. Back to Pittman. He's going to drive. Kicks it back outside. Deep shot. Shot rims out. Battle for the rebound. Block. Now Bull City, nice defense by Bull City to counter that great ball movement. And Jermaine Marrow just reached in there and swiped the ball away, but wasn't able to capitalize on it once it got loose.
Yeah, I think Bull City, you know, if they could just keep rebounding the ball, they're gonna have some advantages this game. But New Hope, you know, does a great job on the offensive boards.
Marrow up and no good. Slices to the rim, but isn't able to finish. And now we're going back the other way. Bull City still holding on to that 1-point lead with just under 3 minutes left to play here in the first period. You're watching Bull City in the red and white go against New Hope in the orange. Bolo with the rebound. Feed outside to Pittman. That shot momentarily open, but unable to finish. So shot went in and out, and he's upset with himself that he didn't hit that three-pointer. So New Hope still trailing by 1 point.
And I love Jermaine Marrow so far. I mean, he's one of my early favorites for, you know, a true point. Quick hands on the defensive end, really shows a lot of ball pressure, and offensively, you know, he's really looking for his teammates to set up his some teammates for some open shots.
Yeah, right now the guard play for New Hope has been pretty solid. They've gotten a lot of good looks in open, you know, in the open floor. Outside.
And I like this big man matchup down low right now. Is big fella, he's not on the roster again, but number 54 looks to be at least 6'11", probably about 260 pounds.
So
Huge
a lot of
body.
Size, a lot of size in the game right now.
And I wish the referees would just let him play on that, Marcus. I mean, they called an off-the-ball foul. I mean, let the big fellas scrap down there. They're both pushing each other.
Outside shot there, no good, but he looked like he felt confident. So we got some changes here. New players on the floor. Pittman over.
Bull City stays in that 2-3 zone, which I think is a good decision.
And DJ Pittman driving up inside, showing that ability, feeds the ball out, and
oh,
pass is going nowhere.
There's a Shaq to the full moment right there for the viewers at home.
Aridis Gudradis thought he saw a teammate out there. There was a teammate out on the wing there, and it looked like that guy cut to the basket, and he wasn't able to recognize it in time. And
the referee does not have an orange uniform on, so I'm sure he probably was a solid ball player back in his own day. But
both coaches instructing their teams.
And now we see both teams going to a 2-3 zone, which honestly, as a scout, you don't love seeing. But
that shot barely moves the net. And
yeah,
that puts Bull City up by 4 with just about a minute left here in the first. Tight defense on the outside.
That's an excellent looking stroke there.
Gudradis makes up for that errant pass earlier by draining it. Was that just inside the arc?
I think they called that a 2, yes. But
I think it's a 3.
Well, 3, yeah. Give him the ball.
12 to 11, under a minute, about 43 seconds left. Bull City moving the ball around, looking for the best shot. Feed inside, cross court, and that's going to be
that's a poor possession for Bull City. They've got to look to get Isaiah needs to flash high post right there and get the high-low action.
Really not passing the ball into the post the way that you think they would with that kind of size they have inside.
I know, it's frustrating to see. He ought to touch the ball at least once every time down the court. Especially you've got 6'9" and 6'11". I mean, not a lot of college teams could boast that kind of size. So,
but Bull City still with that 1-point lead, 32 seconds left to go here, and now New Hope with a chance to either tie or take the lead.
And that's a mistake. You can't leave him open. That's back-to-back threes in the corner.
And he likes that side shot, it looks like, and that's Aridis Gudradis, the 6'6" senior, number 24. 2 threes.
In less than a minute.
Yep.
From the same spot.
He's got good size and good length. He's got, and he showed he could hit that deep shot. So.
Good defense here. It's a great look at the buzzer.
Off at the buzzer, so Bull City will get a 1-point lead going into the first period there. So we're 15-14 in favor of Bull City. So right now we've got want to talk about our sponsor for one of the sponsors of today's event, Foothills Brewery, located in downtown Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Foothills is sponsoring some of the hospitality room for the coaches and media attending today's event, both today and tomorrow. And Foothills Brewery is not just a microbrewery. They also have a restaurant. I've been down there several times. And if you're in the Winston-Salem area to catch an ACC game, I highly recommend going by there. It's right in downtown. It's one of the best places in downtown to catch a game, to catch an after-game meal. So.
And great macaroni and cheese.
And also, I'd like to talk about Crossover. Crossover is one of the coach's best friends. If you're looking to use your video to improve your game, and every coach should be, then Crossover is what you should be using. They allow you to slice and dice your games down to different plays, tag the plays, let you really dive into what you're doing on the floor. So we're back in action here in the second period. The 2014 Phenom Hoops National High School Showcase. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, along with James Blackburn. Just underway, New Hope Christian. And with that shot, they'll go back into the lead.
That's 4 3-pointers in the last 2 minutes for both teams combined. At first, I thought both teams were more drivers. Now the guys are showing some shooting ability. So hopefully get these guys out of these 2-3 zones. I know that these college coaches would like to see some man-to-man. There's big fella with the right hook, but drew the foul.
He's got a lot of size. So that last three on the other end by New Hope was by Jonathan Warren, the 6'4" senior, number 25. And now, and I apologize, we don't feel confident in all of our rosters for Bull City Prep. So we know a few of these players are accurate, but we'd like to get them straightened out.
We'll just call him Baby Shaq on the line here. See if his free throw technique's better than Shaquille O'Neal's. That's a good little soft touch.
Already better.
Get him in the league. A little trap, full court press here.
Oh, we got that slash looked fantastic until it was stuffed right there by the rim. But there's a foul
he did draw the foul. So
Aretas, 6'6" senior. He's the same player that hit those 2 threes down here in the far on the near corner, and now he's been sent to the line. We'll get a chance to see his free throw shooting technique. See if he can stretch the lead.
I mean, if I was a betting man, I would say these are gone in.
First shot looks good. Yeah, and Gudreitis, nice long player, great shooting stroke.
And I don't know what country he's from, but I would, again, if I was a betting man, I would bet he's probably not American. A lot of the European players, they're able to come over here, and most of them are able to shoot the ball from the perimeter and have good footwork, and he's showed some good athleticism there.
Yeah, he has a nice first step. At least he showed it right there. He's more than made up for that errant pass he threw earlier.
Looks like we had an issue with the clock, but back on. And I would win two bets in a row there with the 2 for 2 on the free throw line.
Second shot is good for Aretas Gudreitis. And now a 3-point lead for New Hope Christian.
I like New Hope so far. They're doing some good things. They're moving the ball. They're getting to the foul line. They're hitting some threes. Showing some active defense
nice
here,
fake
too.
On the outside there. Shot no good. Rebound, battle for the rebound, puts it back up. Now that is, we do know who that is. That's Isaiah Maurice, the 6'9", 2015 player from Bull City.
Yeah. And you would expect them to dominate the boards with their length and size out there.
Jonathan Warren passes up a double team shot.
Look at the corner. Again, they leave him open. That's gone in. Well, they missed it that time, but it looked true.
Jonathan Warren with the rebound gets it back to Gudreitis, and that's 2 in a row that rimmed out for Gudreitis.
Finally, a rebound after 3 shots.
Isaiah Maurice, number 1, with the rebound. Now, Bull City hanging around. They're still only down by 1. They had a lead briefly in the first, and now they've got a chance to go back in front.
Man, there's 33 again. We can't confirm if that is Tashim McCaskey, but he's got easily 80% of Bull City's points.
He's got a good-looking shot. Looks confident in it. Oh, nice little soft touch inside by number 1, Lacey Gathings.
That was pretty.
6-foot senior guard. Now that ties up the game.
These guys don't have a problem scoring the ball. already 21-21, and most of the second quarter remains.
Bull City coach imploring them to, Coach Mike Shaw telling them to take their time and work the ball around.
There's nobody in the middle of the floor, though, and I do not know why they don't put Isaiah Flasham to the middle here. I mean, I don't know how they could keep hitting that three.
You know, you have to. They have been hitting it, though, so far their strategy has worked, and they're up 24-21. 5:39 left to play in the half. Gudradis, you know, he can hit that three. Beautiful cross-court pass.
Very nice.
Nice-looking reverse by Rokas Ziberdas, a 6'3" senior.
Yeah, that looked really good, but I mean, if I was Bull City, I just don't. You almost have to flash one of your bigs to the high post. I mean, you could go high-low here all day and kill the defense, but they want to put Isaiah, it looks like, on running the baseline. That's what he's been doing. But I do like their ball movement. There's another three. They're settling too much right now, Marcus.
Over the top to Bolo.
That's a tough pass for the big man to catch on the run, and that's just tough.
And you know, you got to say that a lot of the bigs on both teams in today's game have to feel overlooked.
Every big across America, I think at every level, feels overlooked. Unless you're, unless you're Andre Drummond or Al Jefferson for the hometown Charlotte Hornets. You feel overlooked.
Steal by number 1, Lacey Gathings for New Hope, and now he's going to push it all the way to the other end.
Nobody stopped the ball, but they were fortunate that he airballed a layup there. Another Shaq to the full moment.
Isaiah Maurice with a nice one-handed bullet.
And there's another triple. We're going to need to find out who that is at halftime because he's one of my best players.
They may have to replace that net down there as well.
There's a little pull-up jump shot by Rokas right there. That was a good little answer.
2-point lead now by Bull City Prep, 27-25 with 4:15 left to play. Bull City working the ball around. So even though we've seen really good ball movement from New Hope, you can't argue with the fact that Bull City knows where to find those open looks as well.
There's 24. They're
making a living from outside today.
They are, and I don't know why. I still have yet to realize why each team is in a zone right now. I mean, both teams are lighting it up from the outside.
There comes a point when you have to be shot out of that zone. Huh? Jonathan Warren, just a one-man rebounding machine inside.
And see, that's the problem. You play that zone, and it's hard to know your box-out responsibility. So I just highly question why both teams are in a zone. Both teams are shooting the lights out. They both have plenty of side to match up on the perimeter and inside. So we'll see if they make that adjustment. I'm pretty sure they will at some point. Isaiah's got the whole side as a clear out. It's a little bit of a settle there as well.
He also had to go back to his right hand. You'd like to see a big man be able to develop that left-handed hook if they could.
They're lucky right now.
Push inside probably by Warren.
Aretas, he's had several just rim out. I mean, all of his shots look like they're going down. So you've got to make him drive the ball, especially with your size down low to put on the floor. We've got several substitutions down for both teams.
Once again, you're watching the 2014 Phenom Hoops National High School Showcase, brought to you by Netcast Sports and the SUV Sports Utility Vehicle. Live from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, joined by James Blackburn on this broadcast. We'll be broadcasting all day today and all day tomorrow, and we have a full slate of high-level basketball, including Oak Hill, Huntington Prep, Quality Education Academy, High Point Christian.
And a host for South Country Days could be.
Host for South Country Day, Gaston Day, Faith Assembly Durham, a lot of colleges. St. Louis Christian is also coming in.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's today is the official start of the college season. Been several exhibition games, but you got the start of the college season today. You've got the D-League starting. Everybody just made their last cuts. You've got NBA in full swing. You've got high school now in full swing. So if you're a hoops fan, you probably should have just asked off for work today.
Yeah, today's a big day all around, every level of basketball. Although, you know, we've been watching the NBA for a couple of weeks now, but
I've been staying up to about 1 in the morning every night.
Not to diverge away from this high school game, but it's amazing how much has happened just in the first 2 weeks of NBA. We've had Derrick Rose down, we've had Kobe Bryant, you know,
torching the league.
Yeah, it's incredible how much can happen. People have already written off the Oklahoma City team, so it's you know, like it's only 2 weeks in, people. Just calm down.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of storylines in the NBA this year, and the injuries for all teams. I mean, it seems to be affecting everybody early in the season, but Seems like we've got a little discussion amongst the refs here.
So 30-27 in favor of Bull City Prep. They've got that 3-point lead. 3-point shooting's been the name of the game today.
It has, and they stay in the press, which I do like. Oh,
That's
good call by Gray Hill, the legendary referee, to win our game today.
You know, spacing by both teams has actually been pretty good, especially.
It's been really good, yes.
Bull City has done well. That's been able to find that, and that shot has been good all day.
Oh,
He
man.
got knocked to the floor, but he's going to be going to the line.
Almost got the 4-point play there, and I mean they're running him off screens like he's Reggie Miller, Marcus. I mean,
It's been paying off for them. He hasn't been the only 3-point shooter for.
No,
today,
him at 24 has really shot the lights out as well. But
Rebar back at the line. 2:54 left to play in the half, and he's got a chance to put Bull City up by more than 3, which is their current lead.
getting 3 of these. I don't even think any of these are going to touch the rim. And he's played the entire game, Marcus. They've taken Maurice out. They've taken the big fella out, but they've kept him in for good reason. I mean,
you know, it's really something that it's important for players out there at the high school level that want to know how to get scouted. And, you know, it's tough when you're a guard anyway, but being able to hit your free throws, being able to shoot effectively, it goes a long way. You know, you can add 4 points a game. You know, it makes you more of a threat. You know, teams don't want to just foul you. And it's those little things. It's not just about the box score, you know, shooting lights out. It's also being able to score when you get a free shot. And second shot, third shot rims out. 32-27 now in favor of Bull City.
And what's interesting is he missed that free throw, and they still went into the press, which you don't really see that a lot, but I like that. And now number 25
for Jonathan Warren. That's the second three-pointer he's hit today. He's been really
another
active.
3, yeah.
Jonathan Warren, 6'4" senior for New Hope Christian. He's been active. He's been rebounding well. Hit a couple of three-pointers.
And if you hear any shouts on the broadcast, it's probably me shouting, "Get out of the zone." That's a great look-ahead pass.
Jonathan
That's
Warren
strong. That's real strong.
gets it up to Jermaine Morrow.
Morrow's done a lot this half. I've been really impressed with Morrow so far. He's really helped the team in several ways, finding open guys, and now he's going to the line.
Morrow is 5'11" sophomore for New Hope, so he's got a couple more years, and he's played a lot of guard this game. I mean, he's playing over some upperclassmen, so here at the line.
Yeah, definitely shows a lot of poise. And
First shot is good. That
did a
cuts the
great
lead to
job
1.
of using his shoulders there, Marcus, to clear out space to draw the
And
foul.
I got to go back to what you said about Jonathan Warren, number 25. His look-ahead pass. He got the steal in the open court. He hit the 3, went down, got the steal in the open court, and then great look-ahead pass over the top of the defense to get it to Morrow. So and they got 2 points out of it. So that ties the game. So nice first half from Jonathan Warren doing a lot of those glue guy things we like to talk about.
You got to hit your old man earlier. It's a
Maurice.
good looking stroke right there. Just fell a lot, pretty short, but they're establishing. They're getting rebounds with a lack of size.
They just cannot get a shot to go down there. They had 2 great looks at the basket.
Those shots are going to fall for him eventually. You can't leave him open. That's
Barely on the court to get that shot up. There's Maurice, and he gets the foul call. He's going to be an and-one opportunity here going to the line with 1:43 to go here in the first half.
Bull City's starting to make a little run here with Bolo out of the game. They had been, establishing the boards pretty well, but
Isaiah Maurice, number 1. 6'9", 2015 player.
this half's gone pretty quickly. I mean, this game's been up and down. Some exciting action. Oh, great crossover right there at the top. Looks like it went off his leg, but looked like from here he got fouled a little bit.
1:37 left in the half. Once again, you're watching the 2014 Phenom Hoops National High School Showcase here from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, live on Netcast Sports Network all day. Brought to you in partnership with the Sports Utility Vehicle.
We're a minute and a half away from me going to that hospitality room. probably the only reason I'm actually here, Marcus.
You're not really interested in the basketball or anything. You just like the perks that come along with
The perks.
being a scout.
Definitely the perks are great. We should just say perk of
the one perk.
The one perk. And he's gone back to the free throw line. I don't know how many points he has. We'll find out here shortly, but I want to say he's definitely a double digits, but he could possibly be at 20 points.
We could probably get some stats here at the half.
The half.
A lot of media already in the house today. I know that the crowd hasn't quite filtered in for this early game, but Scout.com is here. I see Justin Young of Hoop Scene. Brian Flynn, who will be on one of our later broadcasts today. For the Sporting News is also here. I see Ball is Life is also here as well.
Yeah, they're accustomed to being at these events. That's a big block right there.
Nice timing block there by Isaiah Maurice. Just fingertip block. Kept it in play. There's one
good
again.
pass.
Oh, Bolo unable to put the dunk down. That would have been a beautiful play.
Nasty collision there.
And it looks like we've got a collision between Aretas Gudredas and Isaiah Maurice out there at mid-court.
You know, New Hope, though, they've done a good job of breaking this press.
Only down by 3, even with all the you know, it's kind of tough because both teams have shot the ball well, but you can't argue that Bull City Prep this lead is built off of the three-pointer in this first half.
It has, and if they could just find those shooters, I think that New Hope's actually played a little better. They just haven't been able to find, you know,
I really
knock
like
down
the
some
ball
open
movement. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's looked fantastic.
And now it looks like our basket is still rattling off that missed dunk of Bolo.
The referee is patiently waiting for it to stop moving. It may be a while. We've got a perpetual motion machine going on down there at the rim.
It's like a pendulum.
And the refs are conferring. What do we do if the basket never stops?
Delayed at the tournament. We run our annual Basketball Elite Southeast Summer Showcase at this event, and remember last year we had the basket on the far side of the court over there that's up right now. We had the big men do dunk drills. And that basket might have been dunked on a couple hundred times in about a 20-minute period.
First, getting back to Balo Ganor, the number 50 who rattled that rim, and it's still moving, it's still going. But one of the players coming up in later today in the Faith Assembly Durham, Josh Kamba, one of these tough as nails guards, combo guards. And he dunked on one of the baskets during our showcase last summer, and a bolt came flying out.
I do remember that.
Had to be some quick maintenance to figure out where that bolt had come from.
It looks like Ritas just, you know, pulled the net down and was able to steal the basket. And now if he missed that basket, I wonder if he could use the excuse. It was moving, ref. It was moving. I need a reshot, you know. I would have had to shot it knowing that I would have used that excuse.
Well, you know, a lot of the refs would have known that you're not a credible free throw shooter to begin with. And they would have just said, no, you're a 33% guy from the line as it is. Second shot is not even close, but first shot was good, and that cuts the lead to 2 with we're right at a minute left here in the first half.
And looks like they're going to a man-to-man here for the last minute, which I like to see.
We've got a foul on the outside of moving screen, I believe.
No, it looks like they called the bump. Well, you might be right. I like that little action there. They set up the little double ball screen.
Yeah. You know, a lot of times coaches will ask me, how do you know the difference between a really good team and a really, just a average high school team? And, they do a lot of things. They move the ball well. Spacing is always a big thing, knowing how to make the right pass at the right time. And that, you know when you're watching teams that are at a higher level across the board.
And it's easy when you have Division I point guards and 6'11" guys down low. That always makes it a little easier. And you see, both of these teams, when they came in, I would have said that they were pretty evenly matched. I mean, they both got solid guard play, shooters on both teams. They both have size. And, we could go into halftime, with probably a one-possession game. So this game's going to be tight the whole way, I would say. Foul trouble could be an issue for some of these bigs.
Bologanora back here at the line. 6'11" senior for New Hope. Chance to cut into that lead. not able to convert there.
That's a big rebound.
Big rebound right there. Number 33.
Oh, man, it looks like we got an injury for Jermaine Morrow. He's asking now for a – he's saying to the ref, I can't even walk. They need a foul right here. They need a foul. Well, they tried to foul there, and they didn't call anything. But
now they've got the rebound, but they're going to try to go in full court transition, and that's not going to –
And I don't understand that by Coach. I mean, he sees his man right there. You got to foul on the perimeter to get him out of the game, and they just let it go. They actually dodged a big bullet there.
He looks like he's holding either his knee or his calf over on the sideline, so hopefully it's a cramp.
Yeah, that would be a big loss for the New Hope team if they didn't have him in the game. Lacey Gathings, number 1.
Yeah, Lacey Gathings, he had that nice little soft touch under the rim earlier. Nice drive and slash, and that's going to.
That's a good playoff foul.
Yeah, he's got great length, and he's able to get up in there, get the shot up, get his
Athletic.
hands up. Yeah, nice little bounce off the floor.
And I mean, the coaches that are in the building. If I could point out any player, I would say 33.
Well, I felt. And I apologize to some of the coaches that are probably watching the broadcast, but I did feel like of the college coaches who call us asking for, who have you got in 2015? Who have you got in 2015? I said, well, don't call me next week if you didn't watch the games today. There's several guys over the next 2 days. So
a lot of these guys, you'll be surprised, but they're probably uncommitted seniors. So
I know we've got several over the next 2 days, and we'll try to point them out. And some are not only not committed, but they're kind of wide open. They're kind of under the radar. Sometimes guys don't really develop until their senior year, junior year. Maybe they don't play in the big tournaments where they get seen.
Oh, that's a good extra pass.
Just excellent ball movement all around the floor, trying to make the most out of this possession.
Oh, that's great ball movement. Good shot right there.
Rokas Zabertis with a 3.
He's hit several outside shots. So look at this.
Shot. And that shot's not going to count, but Bull City's going to go into the half with the 1-point lead, 37-36. And we will be back momentarily with the second half, and we'll try to get some roster information for you while we're gone. for the 2014 Phenom Hoops National High School Showcase here, broadcast live from Forsyth Country Day School. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports alongside James Blackburn, also of Netcast Sports. And we are broadcasting live via netcastsports.com. You can also see all the links and schedule on phenomhoopreport.com. And today's event is broadcast in partnership with the Sports Utility Vehicle based out of Atlanta, and we really appreciate their help and support in bringing this high-quality event to you. Today's event is also partially sponsored by Foothills Brewery, located in downtown Winston-Salem. And James and I talked about this earlier. You should definitely try out the mac and cheese. I personally like the fish and chips, but the mac and cheese is also good. And today's event is also brought to you by Crossover. And James and I, you know several coaches that swear by Crossover and your ability to slice and dice your plays and your practices and your games. And one thing I like is that I've actually gotten video links from players that say, hey, here's a link for all my plays from the past 2 games, and I can just watch them really quickly, and they're from live games. So Crossover is an excellent product, and I recommend taking a look at that. But we're about to get underway here in the second half between Bull City Prep in the white and red and New Hope Christian Academy, 37-36 in favor of Bull City. They are the home team in this game, even though it's a neutral court. And James, I'm going to toss this over to you really quickly. We've got some roster updates. So we found out who it was that was scorching the nets in the first half.
Yeah, Dante Caldwell is number 33 in the white jersey for Bull City Prep. And he had 17 points at halftime. Definitely a player we found out that he is uncommitted. So
and he's 6'5", which you called out. He said he doesn't look 6 foot at all. He looks 6'5". So
yeah, call me a genius.
I won't do that, but battle inside for
Bolo. He got really deep. I mean, this is one of the things Isaiah Maurice. He's 6'9", but he's more of a 4'3". He's more of a perimeter player, and he needs to add weight on the frame because Bolo isn't as skilled as Isaiah, but he's able to get so deep inside the post that all he has to do is really go up, and he's either can make it or get fouled. And Isaiah has to do his work on him early, so he doesn't foul him and put him on the line for easy points.
Second shot from Bolo Nahor is good. Nahor is 6'11" senior for New Hope. Big body. Looks like he'll easily transition to the college game with that frame.
Yeah, they're coming out in a man-to-man here.
Maurice trying to use that.
That's good defense. Yeah. And you can't leave him open. That's number 0. I think he knocked down a couple of threes in the first half. But
nice finish up and under by Alston Davis.
Ties the game here in the third quarter.
Actually, I think that gives New Hope a 2-point lead.
You would be correct.
There's Isaiah Maurice looking to get involved early. And there's our man of the first half, Dante Caldwell.
A little too slick on that pass.
Nice patience inside and finish, and that's going to tie the game up. Now Bull City Prep staying in it.
What would be good to see is, what would be nice is if Bull City, they've got a mismatch right now. Isaiah Maurice, Bolo would have a hard time defending him on the perimeter. So what I like to see is some, pick and roll on one side of the floor, a little pick and pop action, and let him take him off the dribble, and I think they would be pretty successful in doing that.
B.J. Pittman at the line. He sinks the free throw, and Pittman has looked solid all game. Great-looking guard, 5'11", senior for New Hope Christian, and now he's playing defense, able to keep up with his man without fouling and really checking up on him here.
Could try to get a 5-second count. Contested shot went in. That's 24. He hit a couple of threes in the first half.
I believe it's Elijah Saavedra, 6'2", 2015 player. Back over to Pittman. Pittman kicks it outside.
Kick. Nice little jump stop and one. It's a strong take right there. That's Jaquan McCauley, 6'5" senior. Haven't called his name out yet, but it's an excellent take right there. A little change of speeds and got to the rim.
McCauley is a guy that I think is more athletic than people realize. We saw him for a couple of years. He's actually added an inch since the last time I saw him. He's 6'5" now. Able to throw it down if he gets an open look, and smart player, tough player, can play through contact. showed right there he can hit that free throw. So McCauley's family is they're very involved in the grassroots scene, so that he's very well coached. He's involved in good organization. Wow, shot on the outside by God's power in the DJ.
Like Dante Caldwell cleaned up the mess, and I believe that makes he's close to 20 now for the game. Oh, nice pass.
Beautiful little shovel dish there from Pittman.
And good news for New Hope Christian fans is Jermaine Morrow looks like he's back in the game now.
Yeah, I believe
Picks
it's
up
just
that foul.
You know, and a cramp can just look bad, but you hope it's just a cramp. Players can be in some agony, but you can recover. So.
And
McCauley defending on the outside for New Hope.
Wave him through. I like that by the big man.
Thank God, a DJ.
Somebody's got to let him know the double team's coming.
He was able to keep that pivot foot
And
down.
I'm not sure why they sent the double there, Marcus. I mean, Bolo had him contained. Just let him play one-on-one at the post.
Yeah, and you know what? This is a center matchup you don't usually see at the high school level. 2 6'10", 6'11" kids, big guys.
Good swing around.
Bolo with a good box out right there and gets the rebound. Excellent. Box out, rebound.
That's one of the best parts about his game is his defensive rebounding abilities. It's a good extra pass. Now both teams seem to be going cold from 3.
Caldwell, beautiful little shifty crossover right there. Gets it outside. Shot's no good. Rebound.
And these
New
big
Hope's going the other way.
These big men are like, why am I on the floor right now? They're just pushing it back and forth. There's rush shots for both teams right now, but I think they both need to slow it down. You know,
I'm always reminded of the coaches who will bring the post player in practice and introduce him to all the rest of the players and say, I don't know if you know this center was on your team the whole time, but I just wanted to make sure I introduced him.
Yeah, and you know, Rashad Bailey is a name that we haven't talked about a lot today, but right now he's being the point guard for Bull City. And, you know, he's a class of 2017 guy, which I believe would make him a sophomore. But he's really sharing the ball really well. He's really poised, hasn't shown any, you know, signs of being rushed under pressure.
Bolo Nahora really altered that shot into the basket. Just his 6'11" frame, able to keep the guard from feeling confident about going right to the layup. Now here's Jaquan McCauley playing D, really showing that ability at 6'5" to play that perimeter defense.
That's good defense by New Hope right there.
Yeah, Jonathan Warren knocks it loose, and McCauley's able to pick it up. Now McCauley driving up, goes over the top of, thank God, the DJ. And McCauley, as I said, he can play through that contact, so he's not as intimidated by the size of the big center.
Yeah, you see, notice the difference of the change of pace. Bull City right now would much rather play half court. New Hope wants to get it up and down.
Bull City really needs to get something, and they do right there, and that's going to cut back into the lead. They were down by 4, now down by 2.
Good little pull up right there. Got to the teeth of the defense.
Here's Pittman. I like how Pittman, eyes up, running the offense.
Both teams now showing man-to-man. And you notice the three-point percentage has gone down too.
That's
Give him the
true.
ball. He's got great position on the block.
McCauley drives, absorbs contact, but they're going to call a walk, and I'm not sure about that call, but it's going the other way.
Yeah, I'm not sure the coach understands that call either.
Well, I can't say I can ever say I've seen a coach completely agree with every call that went against them.
Yeah,
McCauley back out defending here on the wing.
And I like that, bringing the big fella out. But
excellent hands there by Bolo Ganor. Swipe the steal, finish inside, and that's a foul by Dante Caldwell.
It's a good foul. But down on this end, Marcus, he ran the pick and roll. The guard, you know, the Bolo had to come out and defend it, and he switched it, and they should have. He looked to get it back to the big man, but you got the big coming out on you. Pull it out again. They got the switch, and then you can take them off the dribble. A little too much impatience shown that time.
Bolo Ganor here to take the free throw.
It's been in the line a lot today.
Yeah, and
he's gone 1 of 2 most of the time.
Yeah, about 50%. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is Dante Caldwell is over on the side, and it looks like he's either coming out of the game or he's sprinting back. He's been over talking to his coach, but we haven't seen Caldwell be as effective in this half, so we don't know if there's been adjustments by New Hope or Caldwell just needs to kind of figure out, you know, how to attack.
Well, he hasn't been able to get as many open looks. They're playing a man now instead of zone, but he showed in the first half that he could run off screens and knock down some shots.
Right there, he battled with Isaiah Maurice for the rebound, gave it up just in time before he went out of bounds. And now Bull City still only down by 2. A lot of time left in this game. Bull City's got plenty of time. There's Caldwell, gets off a shot no good. So fading away there, he got that little kick shot. New Hope scrambling for the ball, gets it back out to Pittman. Pittman been a rock at point guard in this game, just really solid.
You got to get him the ball right there. They have to. Notice the ball pressure right now for Bull City. Isaiah is getting pushed under the basket, but the guards can't seem to find him because of the fact that the ball pressure's on top of him so much they can't give him the ball. But they've got to find a way to get Bolo the ball in the paint, because every time he touches it, he either scores or he's getting fouled.
Yeah. I see Rick Lewis, organizer of the event,
getting him a plate of food.
Well, he should. He's the main guy behind all this. So if anybody deserves a plate of food, it's Rick Lewis. I would never step in front of him in line when it's his event, because he's the guy that's actually doing most of the work.
That's very true.
Great guy.
Great job.
Great guy. Does a lot of good stuff for the region, for grassroots. A lot of college athletes owe their scholarship to exposure to Rick. Caldwell.
Oh,
not able to throw down the dunk, and the ball of his life. Guys have got to be upset with Dante.
It looked like that was the LeBron style, and then it led. Missed layups always lead to points at the other end, and especially missed dunks.
I'm going to tell all the guys out there that have ever missed a dunk, I'm going to tell you what the best advice I could give you is just put it in and grab the rim. Don't worry about trying to throw it down with your whole arm.
And the advice I would give you would jump 3 inches higher, and you might have made it.
That's terrible advice. Don't listen to James.
But he did show off his athleticism there. But, I mean, this is a real high school game. This is not a showcase event. You've got to make that dunk. You got to just put it in. You know, the game is a tight game the whole time. This game could decide, that 2 points.
Oh, nice putback there by Isaiah Maurice. He got one hand on it and tried to put it back up with one hand and wasn't able to get it. Then grabbed it with 2 hands and put it in. So 2 offensive rebounds. They probably only get credit for 1. But
padding his stats a little bit there. Oh, they called the moving screen. Part of that is the guard did not wait on the screen, and part of it is Bolo did start moving quickly. But that's a tough call. I mean, the guy was rolling to the rim, it looked like, and he happened to do a good job of pinning the guard. So I don't really like that call.
Looks like we've got a full house in media.
Media row,
Media row. We've got who's who of media here. We've got USA Today. We've got Scout.com.
Star Hoopers.
Mike Talbot.
Good take there. Oh, man. And there, Dante Caldwell gets himself established with a big putback right there, brings his team within 1.
Yeah, 1 point lead now with 1:12 to go. Pittman.
And now it looks like there's some confusion if they're a man or not.
Input and a good foul there by Isaiah Maurice.
But I just don't understand how these guards, you give the big man the ball, every time he's touched it, there's been a foul. So that still baffles me at all levels of basketball. I mean, you have to give him the ball every time down the floor. It's a necessity.
Bolo Nahor here, 6'11" player, once again at the line. He's kind of been
50%.
50%, consistently inconsistent, I guess you would say. But a lot of big men they don't even hit that level. So I think there's room to improve. The other thing about him is, even though he's got great size already, he's got great size as a high school player, and he looks like he can add quite a bit of muscle by the time he gets to the college game, which is important.
He does. He just needs to get a little bit better hands and establish a go-to move in the post. But his leg strength, his lower body strength right now is just overwhelming Bull City's players, because he's getting
great ability
position.
to establish that wide base down there. Great box out.
Yeah,
a lot of room for upside there for Bolo.
Oh, my.
Dante Caldwell not able to finish once he drew his man. Bolo trying to bring the ball up, and
that's something you don't want to see.
He thought better of it and gave a ball up. So a successful transition offense running as point guard for Bolo Nahor.
That's something that the coach he said, squeeze the ball. I see it right now. Squeeze it, chin it, and get rid of it.
Squeeze it, chin it. He's like over there telling them, what are you doing? And you heard superstar PA announcer Jeffrey Gibson telling you that Jaquan McCauley is at the line.
If he says it, then it's probably true.
Yeah, Jeffrey Gibson, one of our favorite people, who also does the Wake Forest games here in town.
He does.
And does an excellent job with that. Always a consummate professional. We would have liked to have had Jeffrey on these broadcasts, but he was already booked for the PA work.
So Plan B is James Blackburn. That's why I'm
I
here.
don't know if I'd rank you as high as Plan B, but it was one of those letters.
But I'm here nonetheless.
It's like, well, who can we get if we can get no one else?
And I like the fact right now, I mean, Dante Caldwell, noticed that their guard is out of the game. Rashad Bailey, Rashad Bailey is in the game.
You know, one of the things I really like about Caldwell is he looks like he could play the 2
he
at
is.
the college level. And I mean,
bringing the ball up under pressure.
He's got the length of a 3, but his slashing ability and his perimeter defense. And, you know, we'd like to see him go against those really quick guards, but a shooting guard at that level is 6'5". He's able to get off his own shot, able to slash.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good passing right here.
McCauley inside, finishing
and
in traffic. Once again, McCauley showing that ability to absorb the contact, keep that. That's always been his his calling card, is go right at the rim and then just keep. It's almost like other players just bounce off of him.
Oh, yeah, that time they bounced off of him. He's like a pinball. It's a strong take, but I mean, let's get back to Dante Caldwell. I mean, he's able to kind of share the ball handling responsibilities with his teammates, and he's made some good passes here in this game. I mean, you know, he hasn't been quite as effective scoring the ball, but he's still putting a stamp on the game. I would still consider him one of the top prospects, you know, here.
McCauley with the second shot, good. Really nice looking stroke from the free throw line, and now a 54-49 lead for New Hope. Bull City's not been as effective here in the second half with the 3. Been trying to move the ball, but they, you know.
Good ball movement at the end.
Case in point, they had great ball movement, but you know, it's like they always say, live by the 3, die by the 3, and if the shots aren't falling.
That's the thing. Yeah, they did that quarter, and now you know, New Hope's able to open up a 5-point lead.
So at the end of the third, 54-49 here at the National High School Showcase put on by Phenom Hoops. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, and we will take a short break and be right back with the 4th period. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 2014 Phenom Hoops National High School Showcase. Broadcast to you live on netcastsports.com. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports alongside James Blackburn. We're ready to tip or toss in the ball here at the beginning of the 4th period. 54-49 in favor of New Hope Christian. New Hope in the orange jerseys, and Bull City.
Oh, that's nice. That's great action right there.
In the white and red, and that's going right back to the line. Bull City wants to get back to what was working for them in the first half, which was all Dante Caldwell all the time and some deep 3-pointers from the rest of his teammates.
And I don't think Dante's come out of this game. He's really established himself.
Briefly in the 3rd period there, it looked like he was talking to his coach, and I thought he might go out after a foul, but he stayed in. He's got a high motor. I mean, he doesn't look like he's lost a step.
Any fatigue right now at all, you're right. But I like, you know, this second unit right now for New Hope that's in the game, number 24 and number 3. You really got to find those guys if you're Bull City. Both of those guys could light it up.
McCauley inbounds. Now gets it back. Goes back over to Lacey Gathing.
And Addison Sosa's play at the top of that 1-3-1. Really high active player, athletic, good motor.
That was really good defense full court on by Bull City. They made New Hope make some questionable passes, and now Jaquan McCauley does it. He said, this time we're not going to pass it up. I'm just going to go coast to coast.
Well, you know, the guy set up to take the charge, and he was able to change hands, go around them. Yeah, I mean, that's good basketball.
And, you know, McCauley's one of those guys that I've liked for a couple of years, well, 3-4 years, and he's 6'5". He does a lot of things well, and he's, you know, colleges don't sometimes they can overlook those guys, and he's a smart basketball player.
He's really strong. He's definitely college ready. I mean, right now he's kind of playing the power forward for this team,
and we've seen him do play the small forward role. We've seen him play the power forward role. Even slide over to the 2 occasionally.
Yeah, there he flashes to the middle. Watch out.
Look at
Good pass.
Underneath and
oh, he told him. He said, "You're killing my assist."
I need you to finish that.
God, you need to give him an assist in the box score.
But Aridis Gudradis
gets it back. Said, "I don't want a 2. I want the foul. I want the hoop in the heart."
Well, we did see him hit those back-to-back threes in the first. So he says, "I only score when I can get 3 out of it."
That's true.
So
we did see him miss the layup in the first 2. So
why score 2 when you can get 3?
It looks like, I mean, this is big basket. This is the largest lead of the game right now. 8 points for either team.
Looks like a push probably
in the back.
So coming up after this game, we've got Faith Assembly Durham versus St. Louis Christian at approximately 3 p.m. on Netcast Sports. You can also go to Phenom Hoop Report and go to the PhenomHoopReport.com, look under the Tournament HQ nav, and you can see links to all of the schedule for today. So
bad turnover right there. They got lucky they missed that layup because
things are unraveling a little bit here for Bull City Prep. They need points and they're getting a little frantic. So turn around.
That's not a great shot. Squeeze the ball, guys. Yeah, everybody's over dribbling. Surprised that's not a foul up there at the top. Man, that's a great take.
Beautiful inside score there by Aridis Gudradis, who's just shown that ability
well.
to score.
You know, he's a Division I player. I'm not sure how much interest he has, but I mean,
he's definitely got the bounce and he's very smooth going to the basket, got great length.
Could shoot the 3 really well. One of the best shooters, I think, in this game.
6'6", Aridis Gudradis, 2015 player.
And now he's on the floor, getting scrappy. Oh, man, they're letting a play out here.
As McCauley gets it back over to his shot. That time his shot's no good. Battle inside, and Isaiah Maurice comes up with a rebound in about 3 guys. Good rebound there for Isaiah Maurice, 6'9". Long player, and he gets paid for it on the other end. He runs the floor, rebounds, runs the floor. Guard makes a wise decision, gets him the ball back.
That was bad defense, though. They just did get back in transition D.
People who are watching outside of the state of North Carolina, you may not know this, but in North Carolina we have no shot clock, and that's a it's
a big issue.
Big issue, a point of concern. But I just want to bring it up to point out that with this 11-point lead now, and with 5.5 left to go, some teams will start looking to take the air out of the ball relatively early, and you hope that doesn't happen here. But right now, New Hope is just getting wide open looks. McCauley will probably put that down, and he does.
Reverse style.
Jaquan McCauley, and I have to say that the first half was all Dante Caldwell, and the second half has been a whole lot of Jaquan McCauley.
It has, and I'll give him an extra point on the scoreboard for the flair on that dunk.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was a 3-on-3. We tried to get Jaquan. He was going to be in the dunk contest, and he injured his ankle and wasn't able to go.
Yeah, now Bull City just can't find the.
There's Dante Caldwell.
It's like a little NBA continuation there.
He absorbed the contact, and he should get rewarded for it. Man, he's pretty good from the line. So
he's trying to keep his squad in the game here.
He's good. Got the clock stopped.
Can bring him back to a 10-point game, hopefully.
Dante Caldwell, 6'5", 2015. We've talked about him all day. His shot was falling really well in the first half. He does have a bit of a tendency to fade a little bit and kick when he shoots, but good size, good length, versatile player.
Well, it looks like their team is Adidas, so he's channeling his inner Tracy McGrady, who's the next Adidas athlete. Now it looks like New Hope's putting the big boys back in. But this is, I mean, honestly, you substitute one of your best shooters, Aritas has been playing really well, and you put in more of a defensive player and Bolo, but we'll see how that change. That's
I mean, with a 10-point lead, I mean, you got to start thinking about just shutting down the offensive looks for the other team. I would think, they battled back and forth for most of the game, but now they've got a cushion and 4.5 to play.
And they're still trapping.
Bull City, they're not really getting the great looks that they got earlier, moving the ball around. They're kind of erratic.
Yeah, I'm not. You know, we'll see what Bull City does out of this timeout. I mean, you would normally say watch for the trap, but they've been trapping the whole game. So I would, you know, go to a soft man-to-man here. You don't want to give them layups off the traps. You got a 10-point lead. You want to protect it. But
What are your thoughts on this? I mean, they've played an up-and-down game. They settled in the zone the first half a lot. But what are your thoughts on this as a coach? Would you take the air out of the ball more? New Hope seems like they're still pushing the ball quite a bit.
no, I would. They've taken some open threes, but I would just really want to establish Bolo on the inner post. I mean, he's able to get to the free throw line, but I wouldn't take it out too much. The way the game's gone up and down, 10-point lead isn't that big in this game, so I would not go into the mode yet where I'm gonna start over bouncing and holding the ball. I wouldn't do that yet.
Head coaches for the New Hope Christian are Mike Shaw, and for Bull City Prep are Daryl Harris. And I'll have to check the schedule if we'll see. I think we may see one or both of these teams again tomorrow. Maybe not. No, I don't believe we see these guys again. So today will be
neither team
for both. New Hope Christian plays in Thomasville, North Carolina, and Bull City plays in Bull City, which is Durham, North Carolina.
Which is why they named the movie Bull Durham.
That's right. .4:11 left to play here in the game. New Hope able to maintain that 10-point lead, and Dante Caldwell back to the line here for.
And he's easily been Bull City's best player throughout.
I have to say that they did well. Isaiah Maurice has had some nice plays, and they did move the ball very well in the first half. But the second half has just been a bit of adjustment by New Hope, and a bit of, we said this in the first half. New Hope kind of played more solidly, and over the course of the game, it paid off.
Your boy Jaquan McCauley just had an awesome catch. I mean, that was a really tough catch, and then he had to finish too.
Dante Caldwell, nice drive, but he ran into Bolo Nahor, the 6'11", and there's a wide open.
Oh my goodness!
Another missed
if I
dunk.
see one more Dex, I think that coach might be ready to kill him. That would have maybe put the game away.
Dante Caldwell,
and again, both times missed dunks leave the open shots.
We know one thing: you cannot leave Dante Caldwell open. If nothing else on the scouting report, do not leave Dante Caldwell open anywhere on that side of the floor. He has a little bit of a Steph Curry release, not quite as quick, but he has a nice little kick out to his release.
And then that stuff, players that are watching, I mean, that stuff costs you scholarships. You got the game on the line, you miss wide open dunks, that stuff costs you games, which costs coaches jobs, which is a reason for them to not bring you in.
Any college coach in the country will tell you that they have players who never listen and who make bad decisions while not listening. And so, and I'm not saying that the missed dunk is, indicative of the player's entire game. But it is important to remember that everything college coaches are looking at is how much can I rely on you? Yeah, you can play at the high school level and you're an above average player or you're a really good player, but how much can I rely on you when the crowd is cheering and you're playing in front of 15,000 people against a high level opponent, and am I going to trust that you're going to run down and make an erratic play? They want to know that their player, their recruiting is really solid. So it's important for players to know that.
Yeah, that's a 5-point swing in the ball game. I mean, they went from now they're only up 9 points, and now here's a turnover.
Here's Dante Caldwell. Nice little spin move, kicks it out. Deep shot, no good. Isaiah Maurice with a nice rebound, back over to Caldwell. And that shot looked good going off his hand, but it was just short.
It did. They dodged another bullet there, which
8-point lead now for New Hope Christian. 3:21 left to play.
What I question right now is why Bolo maybe is in the game. Looks like I would probably go with the smaller lineup, throw another guard in there, and have Jaquan run my big man position. Bolo.
Well, right now Jaquan's busy running the point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He should just be the big man in the game right now. I don't know why Bolo's still in there. I would look for a change here, maybe to put another guard to the game.
Coaches who are watching this game on replay, if you have complaints about how James is telling you to coach your team, please send them directly to James.
Which I will not be giving my email address now.
We can give out our Twitter accounts. Mine is M_Shockley. at Twitter, and James is James Jr. 21. You can also follow Netcast Sports at Netcast Sports.
And Basketball Elite as well.
And the SUV vehicle, sports utility vehicle, is helping us broadcast this game today and doing a fantastic job. So give them a follow as well. So Dante Colwell on the loose, goes up against Bullen Nahora and draws the foul.
He's really good at selling calls.
Yeah, but I like the way that he went right into the chest of the big man there.
He did.
A lot of guys get in there and they get afraid because, he's a shot blocker. Colwell went in like he expected him to draw the foul.
Yeah, he's. This is the worst thing that could, happen right now for New Hope. I mean, they've been able to stop the clock several times, get to the line, and he's a, probably around the 80-85% free throw shooter. Make this will cut it to single digits.
It does cut it to 9 with 3:10 left to go. Still a chance here for Bull City Prep and playing that full court defense. We got a foul right at midcourt.
What's interesting is you don't see this from a lot of high school teams, but
foul on Tyler Thompson, number 4.
Bull City has been able to effectively press even on missed free throws and missed shots, which I like that.
B.J. Pittman sinks the first free throw.
Kind of have a free throw contest here for the last couple of minutes, it looks like, Marcus.
Yeah, Pittman sinks both. Both those shots look great and then pushes the lead back out to 11 with just over 3 minutes left to play. Caldwell over the top. Now New Hope going to do a little three-quarter press there. And Bullen Nahora able to get in front of that underneath and knocks the ball out. So the ball off of New Hope and is going to stay with Bull City Prep. Bull City needs buckets at this point.
Tough spot to take it out right there.
Fake and drive and slapped away. And another dunk by Jaquan McCauley.
He's not going to miss that. And that's that's big. That turnover pushed it to 13 points. There's another turnover.
And that's 2 steals. Earlier steal by Jalen Morgan, number 10. And that, right there, it looks like Bull City able to keep in control after B.J. Pittman was able to slap the ball away. And that ball is probably going to stay with Bull City.
That was off of White there, but keep it with Bull City.
At this point, New Hope has just been looking a little quicker to those loose balls. A lot of interchangeable players that can do a lot of good things right there at the 2 and 3 positions. And then B.J. Pittman has looked really solid at the point guard position. Deep outside shot.
And you can see he's got tired legs right now.
Yeah, everything is short off of his deep shot.
And he's got tired legs. That's one of the things they did get him time.
There's Pittman right
showing
to the
that
rim.
speed.
And that's just a beautiful, from deep outside the three-point line, slash to the hoop, and put his defender between him and the big man. So he's able to use his defender to keep the big man from rotating over.
And right now,
Maurice with the putback.
It's under 2 minutes, clock's running. I mean, I wouldn't like to push it as much. I would maybe call a timeout as a coach, maybe pull it out.
Pittman over the top, but yeah, they're still
That's
going.
That's a bad shot. They don't need that over the big man.
Yeah, a minute 42 left to go. You kind of now you definitely think, let's take the foot off the gas. Let's get as much out of a possession and make them defend us.
Move the ball around a little bit and then get a layup if we need to.
And the perplexing thing about that is that they have the ability to move the ball around. So
yeah, definitely. I would call a timeout here if I was New Hope, which is not calling a timeout. I thought I saw the signal.
There's Jaquan McCauley. Goes up under and finishes with contact against Isaiah Maurice.
There's the timeout right there. That's a good timeout.
Good job by Maurice not to foul in there, but another even better job by McCauley to just finish with contact.
And go right into his chest. That was a great take. Which I might do it. 13 points with minute 24 left. with no shot clock.
A minute 24 left here in the first game of the 2014 Phenom Hoops National High School Showcase. Broadcast live from Forsyth Country Day School in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This is a great facility here, great campus. We've done several events here. As you said earlier, we've done our own showcase, the Southeast Summer Showcase here from this event. We've done the Triad All-Star, broadcast the Triad All-Star event here. It's almost like a small college campus. I believe some colleges would be jealous of the facilities they have here at Forsyth Country Day. And they've always been very easy to work with, very hospitable.
Definitely. Oh, man, that's a poor decision. Just can't afford for a turnover to happen right there.
You know, one thing I will say, as you mentioned earlier about Dante Caldwell, he's been in the game the entire. I don't think he's sat down once, and his legs have obviously gotten a little tired from his look of his deep shot, but he's still playing D. He's still running the court. That last play, he was right there on the baseline, and the ball was thrown in off of him, but. A minute 4 left to go. It's important when you notice which players are still playing as hard as they can.
And see if he can knock down a couple here. Both teams are, looks like they're putting some of their substitutes in the game here.
Dante Caldwell with the rebound. He's going to bring the ball up. Nice little behind the back move. Forced to give the ball up.
It's a deep three.
Yeah, he was able to get that off, and I mean, he's just not as accurate now into the game. Over the top to Jaquan McCauley.
Pushed it up to 80 points. So
80 to 64, 43.9 seconds left to go. And as I said, the second half has been the Jaquan McCauley show. 6'5", 2015 wing player.
Probably just let the clock run down here.
New Hope moving the ball around, trying to run out these last 25 seconds.
No need to shoot.
And that's probably going to wrap it up here. 80 to 66. We've just got about 15 seconds left to go. Once again, thank you for watching our broadcast today. As Jalen Morgan gets a shot there, the freshman. And Isaiah Maurice gets a last-minute dunk. 82 to 68, and that is it for the first game of the action today. We'll be back shortly with the next game, and we hope you will join us on Netcast Sports. Once again, I've been Marcus Shockley along with James Blackburn, and we'll see you soon.